Just Another Stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. And if you are new, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you found out about my channel, and let me know a little bit about yourself so I can start to get to know you better. So hello, my beautiful, amazing Yarny friends. All right, so today's video, I'm just going to talk about more of the things that I'm trying to improve on my channel. And this is equipment-based stuff. It's stuff that I've noticed, most of it since the very beginning of my channel. And certain things along the way, something became an issue for me. And y'all know I just recently got new lighting and tripod equipment in. And I'm trying to learn it. You know, it's a learning process. And certain things I realize, hey, this needs to be tweaked. I know my last video, there were a lot of issues with that video, and probably normally I wouldn't have even uploaded that video on YouTube. Normally I would have refilmed it. The only reason I didn't refilm it was because I already refilmed the whole thing when I did that one. That would have been the third time refilming the whole thing. The more you refilm, you forget what you say because you get confused. Did I say this already? Did I not? And you just don't say the things that you wanted to put in that video. That is the reason I didn't refilm it. I know there was a whole lot of shaking going on with my camera in that video. And actually, I saw it more when I was editing. And the reason there was more shaking going on is I was using a different tripod. And this tripod, my camera's more suspended and not sturdy. So it was easier for my camera to shake with the slightest bit of movement. And actually, I think this is the piece that connected to the tripod. And you see how unsturdy this is? And the tripod that I have been using, you know, the one that I've been using. Now, at the very beginning, I used a different tripod. But as far as filming from my phone camera, I find the tabletop tripod works best because if I need to stop or start my camera, all I got to do is reach out and touch it. It's not remote control based. And sometimes I've got to stop the camera to collect my thoughts. Sometimes I mess up and I have to redo a small section. Sometimes it's Mr. King Buddy Boy because he gets mommy-itis and he gets curious and he jumps on my filming table, which shakes my camera. Sometimes it's my own movement. I might bump the table that my tripod's on with the camera. And that's something I know I do periodically. But I know the shaking was way, way, way worse in my last video. And since I've gotten Buddy, when he does his jumping, he shakes. Which is why I normally, when you see him jumping, I keep that in because I know a lot of y'all are cat lovers and y'all love seeing Buddy. So that's why I keep his jumping in because I think it's cute and funny and something y'all will enjoy. But the thing is, when he does that, it is very, very distracting for me when I'm filming. And he shakes the camera a lot. So I try to get him situated and he can be a stubborn boy and not want to cooperate. Case in point, my last video. Oh, he was very clingy yesterday. And I'm going to be making another video that I'm going to be putting out today, just on Buddy's antics yesterday. Just what he did yesterday deserves a video by itself. That boy, I love him. But his little ways. But anyway, so those are things that shake my camera. Also, I live in an old house. Movement shakes my house, which can have an effect on shaking my camera. And the newer tripod, the tabletop one, it's more sensitive to that than the one I normally film from. So that was what was going on in that video. And I am working on trying to improve all of this. And hopefully this video here, most of that is an improvement. There may still be a tiny issues, but where most of it is worked out. Now I'll know for sure when I go to edit this video, because I notice more things in the editing process than when I'm filming. The camera I'm filming from, like sometimes the coloring is off on the screen that like I'm looking at right now. So it actually takes editing mode for me to see certain things. Like right now, I think I have my lighting right. I know there should definitely be a great improvement, but it's going to take me editing to see how it's going to look on the actual video that y'all see. So I know, that is something I'm making tweaks on. And all I can say is, please y'all bear with me, because with new equipment, it is something you have to learn, and it takes time. And there is tweaking that you have to do. You got to find what works. You got to learn the equipment. But it is all things I am working on and will be making better. That was one of the major issues. The other one was my ring light reflecting through my reading glasses. And it was big time on that video. And really, since I've had to start wearing reading glasses after my cataract surgeries, I've noticed that in general, I get a reflection with the light. And actually, one of the true crime channels that I love to watch, I love me some true crime. If you love true crime, let me know in the comments down below. Like one of the channels that I watch, well, normally she wears contact lenses on her videos. But when you wear contact lenses, there are days that you cannot get those lenses in your eyes to save your life. Especially like if you have more eye sensitivity issues. And another thing is sometimes you're just busy that you don't have the time to put contact lenses in when you wear them. You got too much other things going on. So she had a day where she filmed a video wearing her glasses. And evidently, she got attacked in the comments on this video because of the light glare. And I noticed, I think in one of her next videos, she addressed it and explained why she had to wear her glasses. And glasses can be challenging with videos. And most of y'all know I've never had issues with my up-close vision. This is something very new to me. I get frustrated because I'm learning, because sometimes I need my reading glasses when it comes to reading up close. And then some, like 4-way vision, I don't need them. So it's like this juggling act with your eyes. And it's something I'm struggling with. I'm trying to get used of it. And I'm probably going to do a video talking about some of these things to do with like having cataracts, having cataract surgery, because I know a lot of y'all have reached out to me. Where either you have cataracts where they're not as bad, they're not bad enough yet for surgery, but in time you will need that surgery. Or you're fixing to get cataract surgery. And, these are things that more than likely your doctor won't mention to you. It kind of gives you a better understanding of what to expect and things that you may face challenging afterwards. I know like some people have told me that after cataract surgery, everything seems like it's peaches and roses. And on some levels, that is true, especially for me seeing 4-way. But I do not feel like that when it comes to seeing up close and having to adjust between seeing up close and 4-way. I've never had those issues before. And even with where you struggle with not seeing 4-way, you use glasses or contacts, and you can still see up close when you're using them properly. But when you need reading glasses, it don't work that way. Reading glasses are like a magnifying glass. But when you're trying to look 4-way, it's like everything goes wonky when you're looking through those lenses. But I always wondered why when people wear reading glasses, they were at the tip of their nose. And now I get it, because like if I'm crocheting, I need the glasses to see what I'm doing. But like whenever I crochet and knit, I'm usually watching TV, usually a Lifetime movie. So when I'm looking at the TV, I need to be able to glance up so I can see the TV. Now, when I do watch TV, I kind of have a tendency to listen more than watching. But that's like something I'm learning how to do. And the thing is, the way that I had my ring light angled yesterday, it was, too low. So it like reflected big time in my glasses. And while I was editing my video yesterday, I kept thinking, how do I fix this? How do I fix this? And then I realized, let me use the tripod I was using for my table, not the one that I just got. And really, I don't feel like that tripod is as good of quality as my tabletop one. So I was like, that makes my camera more stable where it doesn't shake that often. When it comes to the ring light, that needs to go on my tall tripod that's on the floor and have it higher up the light where it's not like where that things will reflect in my eyes. And even right now, like I'm not wearing my reading glasses. You can probably notice me squinting, and that's what happens with me in light. Which that's something I'm going to get into when I do that video, more talking about my experiences with cataracts more in detail. and the after cataract surgery. But, you know, so that's all things I'm kind of figuring out right now. And whenever, like, for instance, like just putting my reading glasses on, my eyes weren't as sensitive to the light. So, like, for instance, like a video like today where I didn't really need to have my reading glasses on. And there's various reasons where I feel like I have to have my reading glasses on to get through filming a video. Sometimes it's when I'm showing things. Sometimes it's whenever I need to check my notes to make sure I don't forget to mention anything. But actually, this video, I didn't make any notes. I'm just talking about it. But I always try to make notes of important talking points for my videos, and I tend to have to look down at it. Sometimes, this is what I call my brain malfunctioning, where I forget something and I gotta like regroup and look over things. So that's where I tend to need my glasses more. But anywho, I just kind of wanted to explain that. And I think today I have the light angled right, that most of these issues should be fixed. And there shouldn't be, hopefully no shaking, but like that, if there is any shaking, and it would be because of vibrations, then it's not that noticeable. I mean, some of you may notice it more than others, but I'm working on improving all these things. My next step, I want to replace my camera phone to get about the same quality phone that I had with the camera phone I was filming from before it went kaputty up on me. I feel like that was a better quality camera. So that's the next step. And like I've said, that should come in either the end of January or like the first week of February. Another thing is I will be replacing my microphone. And I may even try to start using it when I film videos like this. I've never noticed a big issue with my voice being low on my regular videos, because I go back and like when I edit and stuff, or sometimes I watch videos to make sure I'm loud enough. But I do know my volume has been an issue on my lives. And I probably really should have gotten a better quality microphone quite a while back. And what kind of went on was, at first, I would notice things because I kind of sounded like I was underwater on live. And then, like, whenever I was live, I would even sometimes ask, okay, everyone hearing me okay? And nobody said anything. And really, I think I was going live about a year before I even started getting some comments. And then I would start asking like some other people, like some of my friends and stuff, you know, are you noticing this? And I kept getting told no. And so I kind of ignored it. Not intentionally, but sometimes issues can be on that person's side. It could be their connections. It could be their equipment that they're using to watch. So that's what I truly thought it was. But it seemed like I started getting these comments more, and it was something I did find like I didn't sound right. So that's when I got a cheapy microphone. And it helped the issues, but sometimes what would happen was my settings on my computer would start using the mic from my web camera. And I didn't realize it. And that's when I tended to sound more underwater and people couldn't hear me. And sometimes on my lives, I was quite aware there was an audio issue. And then there were several times I was this close to getting another microphone. And then it seemed like it improved, so I didn't follow through. Because now I know to look for that, my settings getting changed. That's usually when it does that. And I try to more often ask everybody, do y'all hear me okay? And some people can hear me better than other people. There's different things that factor in. And this is something that has bugged me. And sometimes where I'm not as quick to do things, there's things that factor in. One of the things is I'm scared of making the wrong decision. I'm scared of buying junk and wasting my money. I try to be as smart about money as I can be. And even though this is something that I can be very uncomfortable talking about. I don't like talking about it, and sometimes I get embarrassed by this. And actually it created friction and a friendship because of something I did because I didn't want to tell my friend I couldn't afford something. It is. That's another thing that's hard to talk about. So sometimes it's just a case where I don't have the money at that time and I'm trying to put the money together. And, it's like, I will get there, but it takes me longer. So, those are all things factoring in on why I never have gotten a new microphone. Which I'm gonna, I have some that I do kind of have in mind, but whenever I go to purchase things like that, I try to do my research. And I try to keep it within a certain budget. Because I find if you go too cheap, you're typically going to get junk. But I'm not in that budget where, I can spend $100 on a microphone, So I got to factor all these things in when I make decisions. And, I pay attention to how many stores something has. Typically, if it's under 4 stores, I will not touch it. I read the 5 and 4 store reviews, or at least a good bit of them, to see what people are raving about. Then I turn to the 1 store reviews. What are the issues? Is this a legit issue with this product? To see where the concerns are. But then sometimes you get scared by reading those reviews. But you also got to pay attention to what's the 5 and 4 store reviews versus the 1 and 2 stores. So I try to factor all these things in when I make decisions because I'm scared of making that wrong decision. See, right there, how I moved my arms and putting my arms on the table, that may have shook my table. And more than likely, I will notice it when I go to edit. Sorry. But these are all things that factor in. So I am reaching out to y'all in this video. If y'all have some helpful advice when it comes to picking the right microphone, please let me know. I'm probably aiming for a $20 to $30 price range on a mic. I might get into the 30 and 40 range if I feel like I really need to, but I don't want to go over $40. So if y'all have found one that really works well, especially those of y'all that have channels and does videos, please, 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 I'm begging you, let me know. Tell me a good microphone. But I think I want one of those that are more like bigger, more like you sit it on your table. The one I have is real thin. I've got to prop it on a coffee can so it can be like kind of right here. But I think I will end this video on that. Let me notice if you notice any little kinks, like with lighting, light reflecting in my glasses, those type of things. Please let me know, because it lets me know if I need to still tweak it more, or maybe you notice something I don't notice. But I want to do my best to try to resolve it. And some things I may never be able to 100% resolve, because with equipment, usually the more you expend on equipment, the better equipment quality you have. And, my budget doesn't allow me to spend like $500 on a camera. I'm sorry. I got to do what's within my budget. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope everyone is having a fabulous yarny day. Be the light, and always remember, be the best sparkly you that you can be. And be cool and be kind. Bye.